There is a version of you in the future. He is stronger, wiser, and more powerful. He has everything you have ever dreamed of, and he is watching your right. Now today, in this very moment, he is watching what you do when no one else is looking. He is watching whether you show up or back down. He is watching whether you build the life he is waiting to live, or destroy the bridge that leads to him. That future version of you is not a fantasy. He is real. He already exists inside your decisions. But here is the truth: you are either moving toward him or away from him. There is no standing still. Every time you choose discipline, you get closer. Every time you delay comfort, you get closer. Every time you act with purpose, you unlock the next step. But every time you let fear win, every time you choose laziness over progress, every time you lie to yourself and call it tomorrow, you push that future self further out of reach. This is your wake-up call, not to dream, not to wish, but to transform, to finally become the person your future self will look back on and say thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for fighting when it hurt. Thank you for building the life I am living now, because one day, very soon, your present will become your past, and the only thing that will matter is what you did with it. So, listen closely. Every section of this message holds a piece of the map, a map that leads to the version of you who has already won. If you are ready, let us begin. Your future self will never thank you for excuses. He will not thank you for blaming others. He will not thank you for waiting on perfect timing. Will only thank you for the day you stopped pointing fingers and started taking control. Responsibility is the foundation of transformation. Without it, you are just a passenger in your own life. With it, you become the driver. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no job, no relationship, not even motivation. Your life will only change when you decide that everything that happens from this moment forward is your responsibility, not your fault. Your responsibility. That means how you react, how you grow, how you adapt, how you rise when everything feels stacked against you. Most people run from this truth. They hide behind circumstances. They wait for things to get easier, but your future self is not waiting for easy. He is waiting for you to rise. You were not born to react. You were born to create, to shape your days instead of being shaped by them, to lead your life instead of being dragged through it. It starts with a decision. The decision to say no more waiting, no more blame, no more half effort. If it must be done, I will do it. That moment changes everything, because the second you take full responsibility, you take full power, and from that power, you can build a life that no one can take from you, a life your future self will be proud to inherit. Your future self is not built by what you feel like doing. He is built by what you choose to do, even when you do not feel like it. Discipline is not punishment, it is a gift. It is how you prove to yourself that your goals mean more than your excuses. Every time you wake up early, every time you train when it hurts, every time you say no to distraction, you are casting a vote for the man you are becoming. Instead, people wait for motivation. Winners build routines. They do not ask how they feel, they ask what needs to be done. Discipline is not a feeling, it is a habit. It is a way of life that forces your emotions to serve your mission, because emotions change, but purpose remains. Your future self is not going to thank you for the days you slept in, or the times you skipped your habits, or the moments you gave in to comfort. He will thank you for every time you pushed forward when no one was watching, every sacrifice you made in silence, every hour you worked while others wasted time. Discipline is in action. It is proof that you believe in who you can become, and that belief will shape the results you get. So, do not wait until you feel ready. Be ready through discipline. Your future self is watching, and every disciplined choice you make today is a promise kept to him. Your future is not hidden in some mystery. It is written in what you do every single day, the food you eat, the thoughts you entertain, the words you speak, the actions you repeat. These are not just routines, they are instructions to your future. Success is not built in one big moment. It is created in the quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. Most people fail because they underestimate the power of daily habits. They think one skipped workout does not matter. They believe 1 hour of wasted time will not hurt, but that is how failure builds, one ignored choice at a time. The man you become is the result of your repeated behaviors, not your intentions, not your goals, not your dreams. Your habits reveal what you are committed to. They do not lie, they do not negotiate, they reflect the truth. So ask yourself, do your habits reflect the person your future self will be proud of? Or do they reflect the version of you that keeps starting over? You want to be disciplined? Then build disciplined habits. You want to be wealthy? Then build wealth-based habits. You want to be powerful? Then build habits that produce power. It is not what you do once, it is what you do daily that transforms you. Your future self does not need you to be perfect, he needs you to be consistent. Consistency compounds, and over time, those small habits create a life no one can take from you. Choose the habits that align with your future, and your future will thank you. Look around you. The people you spend time with, the voices you listen to, the places you go, the energy you allow of it is shaping who you are becoming. You may not see it right away, but your environment is either pulling you closer to your future self or dragging you deeper into your past. You cannot rise in a room that does not challenge you. You cannot evolve in a space where your dreams are mocked. You cannot grow around people who have already given up. If you surround yourself with average, you will adapt to average. If you surround yourself with excellence, you will be forced to rise. Your future self Is counting on you to make hard decisions, to leave behind comfort if it no longer serves your mission? To distance yourself from those who pull you down? To protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. The right environment will push you, it will make you uncomfortable, it will demand more from you, but it will also unlock parts of you that would have stayed hidden forever. One powerful conversation can change your direction. One committed circle can double your progress. One silent decision to leave the wrong space can save your destiny. You are not stuck, you are just surrounded by people who do not. But that version of you is not welcome anymore, because your future self has no patience for half effort. He is not interested in weakness masked as wisdom from this point forward. No more debating with your limits, no more discussions with delay, no more justifying comfort. You know what you need to do, you have always known. Now, you act. Now, you move. Now you build silence, the voice that wants to stay the same, and amplify the one that demands more, because your future self is not hoping, he is counting on you. And every time you act without hesitation, you train your mind to follow the new path, the path that leads to power, to peace, to purpose. You do not owe the old you anything, but you owe your future everything. Let him win. Your actions are important, your goals matter, but nothing will transform until you change how you see yourself. You will never rise above the identity you believe is yours. You can force change for a little while, but you will always return to the level you think you belong to. That is why so many people start strong and fade. They try to build a new life while carrying an old identity. They try to act like a winner while still seeing themselves as someone who always loses. You must decide who you are, not who you wish to be. Who you are, because when your identity changes, your behavior follows. You do not need to force action when you become the kind of person who naturally takes action. You do not need to chase success when you identify as someone who creates success. Start speaking as if you already are the man your future self has become. Start acting like someone who is no longer waiting for permission. Start living like you belong in the life you want to be wealthy. Start seeing yourself as a builder of wealth. You want to be disciplined. Start seeing yourself as a man of structure. You want to lead. Start seeing yourself as a man worth following. Identity is not built by accident, it is shaped by choice, and once you claim the identity of your future self, every habit, every decision, every result begins to shift. Become him now, not someday. Now act from the future, and the future will catch up to youth. Truth you avoid is the barrier between who you are and who you are meant to become. The tasks you delay, the fears you run from, the conversations you skip, they are the doorway to your break. For most people do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they keep avoiding the thing that will make them strong. They avoid responsibility. They avoid discomfort. They avoid feedback. They avoid pressure. But pressure creates power. And the life you want is hiding behind the thing you least want to face. Ask yourself, what have I been avoiding? What fear have I been feeding? What decision have I postponed? What action have I delayed? You already know the answer. It is the thing that makes you nervous. It is the thing that forces you to change. It is the thing that would alter everything if you finally faced it. The longer you avoid it, the longer you delay your future self is not thanking you for staying comfortable. He is not thanking you for procrastinating. He is not applauding your ability to wait. He is waiting on you to act, to step into fear, to lean into the thing you keep running from. Because once you do, once you finally face what you fear, you will realize it was never fear, it was freedom. It was the next version of you in disguise. Do not avoid the path that leads to the life you want. Walk into it, own it. Become a true future self is on the other side. Your past is not your prison, but it is your competition. If you want a new future, you must outwork everything that ever tried to define you. Outwork your old habits, outwork your distractions, outwork your excuses, outwork the version of you that always gives up when it gets hard. Success is not given, it is earned through repetition, through pressure, through consistency that does not flinch when results are slow. There will be days when you feel invisible, when no one sees your effort, when no one claps for your progress, when the world is silent. Those are the days that build the man your future self will thank you. Fourth world does not owe you recognition, it owes you nothing, but your future owes you everything. If you are willing to pay the price, and the price is always effort, always commitment, always doing more than what is expected when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when no one believes, because that is where greatness is born. In silence, in solitude, in the repetition of discipline. Over time you want to escape your past, outwork it, you want to change your story, write a new one with action. Do not ask for it to get easier. Get stronger, get sharper, get focused. The gap between who you are and who you could be is measured in work, and the only way to close that gap is to move forward every single day, not for applause, not for validation, but because your future self deserves it. Everything you create begins in your mind before it becomes a habit, before it becomes a result. It starts as a thought. If you do not control your thoughts, they will control you. They will limit you, lie to you, trap you in patterns that keep you loop. Must train your mind like a warrior trains for battle, with focus, with clarity, with relentless discipline. Most people let their minds run wild. They think whatever shows up, they believe every doubt, they replay every failure, and then they wonder why they stay stuck. But your future self cannot grow in a mind filled with fear. He cannot thrive in a mind filled with limitation. He cannot lead in a mind that is still listening to the voice of the past. You must replace fear with belief, replace doubt with direction, replace distraction with discipline. Feed your mind what your future needs, read what sharpens you, listen to what strengthens you, speak what aligns with who you are becoming. You are either programming your mind or your mind is programming you. There is no neutral land. The man who masters his mind masters his future. Build mental strength by controlling your focus, by protecting your attention, by choosing what gets to live in your thoughts. The strongest minds are not born. They are built, and your future self will thank you for every battle you win. In silence, every negative voice you shut down, every limiting belief you replace with truth, because when your mind is built for greatness, your life follows. Everyone wants results, but very few are willing to be consistent long enough to earn them. Success is not about intensity. It is about stability. It is about showing up when it is exciting and showing up when it is not. One workout does not make you strong. One disciplined day does not make you unstoppable. One decision does not change your life, but repeated decisions do. Consistency builds credibility with yourself. It tells your mind we are serious, we follow through, we finish what we start. Most people stop too soon. They do the right thing once, then expect instant change when it does not come. They quit and they call it failure, but failure is not falling short. You build confidence by keeping promises to yourself. Confidence is not a gift. It is not something you were born with. It is something you are new. Earn it by showing yourself that your word means something, that your actions match your intentions, that you can trust yourself to follow through. Most people have low confidence not because they lack talent, but because they keep breaking promises to themselves. They say they will wake up early, then they hit snooze. They say they will work out, then they skip it. They say they will change, then they delay. Every broken promise is a message to your mind. It says we do not believe in ourselves. We cannot count on us. Every kept promise is a message to it. Says we are serious. We are becoming the kind of person who finishes what he starts. We are moving forward. Your future self is confident because you built him that way. You built him through small wins, through daily follow-through, through stacking proof that you are not just a dreamer. You are a doer. You do not need to wait to feel confident. You build it by doing the hard thing now, by showing up even when it is uncomfortable, by doing what most people refuse to do. That is how confidence is built. That is how self-respect is earned. That is how you become a man. Your future self will admire one kept promise at a time. Everything you have heard, everything you have felt, everything you have realized, it leads to one final decision. Not what you want, not what you wish, but who you are willing to become. You do not need more time. You do not need more motivation. You need clarity and commitment. Clarity to see the version of you that is waiting, and commitment to become him no matter what. That version of you already exists. He is already living with the results you say you want. He is already operating at the level you admire. In others, he is already free from fear, doubt, and delay, but he is only unlocked through decision. You must decide that your old life is no longer an option, that your past cannot come with you, that comfort has no place in the future. You are building the most powerful force in your life. Is your decision to become someone new, because once you decide who you are, your habits follow, your energy shifts, your actions aligned, and you stop chasing success, you start embodying it. This is your turning point. This is the moment you stop wondering and start creating. There is no more waiting, there is only becoming. So step into the identity your future self already lives. From think like him, act like him, move like him. Man, soon you will become him, because the greatest gift you can give your future self is to begin today. Now you know the path, you have seen the truth, you have felt the calend. That means you can no longer pretend you do not know what to do. The future you want is no longer a mystery. It is a decision you make in this moment to become the man who earns it, not through luck, not through shortcuts, but through discipline, through responsibility, through consistent action. When no one is watching, your future self is not built someday. He is built now through every choice you make when it's easier not to, through every promise you keep when it's easier to quit, through every moment you rise when it would be easier to stay the same. This is your moment to decide. Will you let another day pass, chasing who you could be? Or will you step into the life that is already waiting for you, to claim it? Become the man your future self will thank you for. Not by waiting, not by wishing, but by becoming right now.